Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Yesi Lindia Sari and I'm from PBI3. In this video, I will present about my proposal, and the title for my proposal is The Difficulties Faced by Student in Reading English Text, a case at SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim. And my research problem. First, what are the difficulties faced by students of SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim in reading English text? And second, what is the effect of vocabulary on students' ability at SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim in reading English text? So, my research objective is first, to know the difficulties faced by students of SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim in reading English text. And second, to know the effect of vocabulary on students' ability at SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim in reading English text. Next, I will present about Chapter 3, Research Method. A. Research Design. I will use qualitative methods in this study. Why? Because the problem of this research is still unclear, or there is no suitable data about the problem to be studied. Therefore, I go directly to the field to explore the object. Based on this, it is certainly not suitable if applied to quantitative method, which place more emphasis on proving hypotheses by describing phenomena through number and statistics. B. Research site and participant. This research was conducted at SMA Negeri 1 Rambang, or now was changed into SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim. This school is located on Sugihwara Street, Tanjung Raya Village, Muara Enim, South Sumatra. According to Creswell, explain the purposeful sampling is a sampling method that is used intentionally by researchers to determine the individual to be studied. Participants will be selected using a purposeful sampling approach to select individuals who have experienced this phenomenon, because it will provide many examples to illustrate the phenomenology, and this phenomenon will lead us to see several problems. The subject of this study were students 12th grade, totaling 60 people from 4 different classes. Participants of this research will be interviewed in my current research at SMA Negeri 15 Muara Enim. C. Data collection. To complete this research, interview data collection technique will be used to find problems. Interview will be very useful to find out feedback and examine more detailed information. According to Frankel et al., 2011, interviews are an important way to verify, review, or check impression on the data collection. The first step of collecting data in this study used a questionnaire distribution technique aimed at the data sources or informant. The type of questionnaire used in the study was an open questionnaire. This step is carried out with the aim of knowing the social situation of the research object, as well as to find out What question should be on the list of questions in the interview letter? The second step, researcher will conduct interview with the data sources or informant. The purpose of in-depth interview here is researchers at this stage are trying to dig up information through interview with informant. The researchers are trying to involve informant as the data sources to provide actual information to fill in the data in the study. D. Data analysis. Data analysis is the process of systematically searching and compiling data from interview, observation, and documentation by organizing the data and choosing which ones are important and which ones need to be studied and make conclusions so that they are easy to understand. The data analysis technique used in the study is qualitative analysis used by researchers as a purpose by Miles and Huberman, namely data collection, data reduction, and data presentation, and the last step is drawing conclusion. These steps are as follows. Data reduction. Data reduction is a simplification carried out through selection, focusing, and the validity of raw data into meaningful information, making it easier to draw conclusions. Data presentation. The presentation of data that is often used in qualitative data is in the form of a narrative. Presentation of the data in the form of a collection of information that is arranged systematically and easily understood. And C. Conclusion. Drawing conclusion is the final stage in the data analysis, which is carried out to see the result of the data reduction while still referring to the formulation of the problem in the term of the object to be achieved. The data that has been compiled in the compare with one another to draw conclusion as answer to existing problem. And the last, trustworthiness, checking the validity of the data really needs to be done so that the resulting data can be trusted and scientifically justified. Checking the validity of the data is a step to reduce error in the process of obtaining research data, which of course will have an impact on the end of the study. Therefore, in the process of checking the validity of the data in the study, it must go through several testing techniques. The technique used in checking the validity of the data is triangulation. Triangulation is technique of checking the validity of data that utilize something other than the data for checking purposes or a comparison against the data. The technique is checking other sources. There are two triangulations used by researchers. First source triangulation and triangulation method. I use the same method in different events Yeah, I will use the same method in different event or use two or more different method for the same research object. This is triangulation was used to obtain data about the difficulties faced by students when reading English text at SMA Negeri 15 Marinim, and the triangulation in the study used interview. Okay, okay guys, I think that's all from my presentation. I'm so sorry if I make a many mistake. So, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.